Now, when we're playing this style of electric, you're really you're hinting at the definition of the bass part and the rhythm part as well. So you're not playing them all the time, but every now and then you jump in and play, a bass or low end note, and then play what would be sort of the rhythm part. So when I started this, the first 5 notes I played were, and that's kind of defining the bass part. So let's look at what I'm doing there. I'm on the 7th fret, 5th string. Then I play the 5th fret, 4th string, or the D string. 6th fret, D string. 7th fret, D string. And then I go down and hit this low open A. So it's just an open A, open note. And that's defining sort of the beginning and the bass part. Now, while I've hit that, I let that A ring out there, and I take my ring finger and I go ahead and just push it down and bar the 7th fret. Not the entire fret. Notice I'm just barring the first 4 strings. And the reason you don't want to bar the entire fret is you want that A, that open A, to ring out so that you can play this. And notice what I'm doing there. I'm just barring the 7th fret, and then I come down and bar the 5th fret. So there's kind of your rhythm part. You've kind of defined a bass part and a rhythm. Alright, so then I play this little run. And with that, I'm starting here on the 5th fret, B string. Then I come up to the 8th fret, B string. Give it a slight bend. And then I come up to the 5th fret, E string. 7th fret, E string. Then do this little hammer-on pull-off thing between the 5th and 6th frets on the E string. Come back to the 8th fret. Back up to the 5th fret, E string. Back to the 8th fret, B string. And then back to the 5th fret, B string. Then I do this, and that's just a bend. That's on the G string, 7th fret. A bend, a release, 5th fret, G string, 7th fret, D string. So the whole thing slowed down looks like this. Then you come down and hit that low A again. So notice I'm landing here on the 7th fret, D string, and then I come down, hit that low A again, open string, and do our little rhythm part again, which is just the 7th and 5th fret barred, and then come in to play this little. And with that, I'm just playing my middle finger is on the 8th fret B string, and my ring finger is on the 9th fret G string. Playing a little harmony. So then when you come out of that, you just have this little. And what I'm doing there is I'm just sliding down from the 9th fret to the 7th fret on the G string, 5th fret, and then 7th fret, D string. And now, instead of going back and hitting that low A, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pointer finger and we're going to bar the 5th fret, 5 strings, not all 6, just 5 of them. And we're going to play, the low note's going to be same string, so we're going to still be on the 5th string, but now since we're pushing it down here, it's actually turned to a D note. So it was an A. Now we've got the D note for the bass, or the low end. And that puts us in position, with that being a bar, we can just drop these 2 fingers into place and play a D minor 7th chord. And to make that chord, while this is barred, I take my middle finger here and put it down on the 2nd string, 6th fret. Then I take my ring finger and put it down on the 7th fret, D string, or the 4th string. And those. And I'm playing the top 5 strings. So that's a D minor 7th. So you give it a little bit of a definition with your picking, and then what I do is I kind of do this little slide thing where I go, What I'm doing is I'm just lifting the bar like that, keeping these two fingers in place, and I'm just sliding them up 2 frets and back down 2 frets. Alright, then I play this little run to get us back to the A, which is kind of a Hendrix sounding thing. And what I'm doing there is I'm barring the first 3 strings on the 5th fret, and I'm kind of hammering on. So I'm noticing the strings I'm playing are the B and the G string, and then I just do exactly that same thing, but shift it down a string. And then we come down and hit the A, and then our little rhythm part again. Alright, so then I come up here and play this little... And what I'm doing there is I'm starting on the 10th fret B string, then I'm going to the 8th fret E string, 10th fret E string, and do this little bend, release, 8th fret, and then landing on the 10th fret B string. But I'm doing it very, very kind of fast. And then I play. And for that, I'm barring the 1st and 2nd string on the 8th fret, and I'm hammering onto the 10th fret on the B string. So that's the first 2 notes. Then I'm coming in, sliding into the 9th fret on the G string, 8th fret, 10th fret B string, slide down to the 7th fret on the G string, 5th fret G string, and then down to the 7th fret on the D string. So it looks like that. Now, instead of playing the A or the D for the bass, we're going to play the low E. So that's going to be our bass part. So that gives us the low E to ring out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into place and play the E minor 7th chord. And I'm playing that chord exactly the same way as I showed you to play the D minor 7th chord, except you're barring the 7th fret instead of the 5th fret. So it's, and notice I'm letting that, I'm not barring that all 6 strings. I'm letting, so I can let that low E ring out. Then I kind of go, and what I'm doing there is I'm just taking that exact same pattern, going down to the 6th fret, going down to the 5th fret in terms of where I'm barring. Okay, then I close it out with, and what I'm doing is I'm sliding into the 9th fret on the G string, 8th fret B string, 10th fret B string, sliding back to the 7th fret on the G string, 5th fret, and then 7th fret D string. So, and I'm barring the top 3 strings, but I'm only playing the B string and the G string, or the 2nd and 3rd string. So I'm kind of playing. And what I'm doing there when I do that bend, I'm bending on the 7th fret, so I'm taking my ring finger and I'm actually pulling, and I'm bending both strings at the same time. Then I come down to the 5th fret D string, 7th fret A string, and then I hit that low E, which frees up my hand to jump into this E 9th chord.